And welcome back to our New Year's Eve bash in Times Square. The rain is coming down. The crowds are still enthusiastic as we ring in the new year and remember the best of 2024. A great year for movies.
And our next guest is one of the great movie stars, Ralph Fiennes, who led an all-star cast in one of our favorite movies of the year, Conclave. We've been talking about it a lot tonight, Ralph. It's a conspiracy thriller about the selection of a new pope to head the Catholic Church. It is one of the most acclaimed films of the year. And before we start talking about Conclave, have a shot of tequila, my man. Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
There you go.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in Times Square?
It's incredible.
It's kind of amazing,
It's
right?
amazing, yeah. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
fantastic.
lot.
I wish you could say, because at the stroke of midnight, it's incredible. There's people, the confetti, it is remarkable.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
Rafe, there's been so much Oscar buzz for Conclave, and you specifically. What's been your reaction to all the attention that the movie has gotten?
You know, movies are so hard to make, and so you're just thrilled that it's got the response it's got. And they stayed in the cinemas for longer than anyone expected.
Yes.
It's great. Just keeping the cinema audience coming, getting out of their homes, buying a ticket to see a movie.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 films since I got here.
Yeah.
As being in a cinema the fact that Conclave played so long in cinemas was great.
Do you know when you're making a film, like day to day, do you feel like this is really good?
You have no idea.
Really?
You're
No
there,
idea.
you have no idea. I mean, you have a feeling that it's good, but you know, experience teaches you. You just don't know how it's going to turn out.
Where did you? I mean, it looked like you were in the Vatican.
Yeah.
It was we couldn't shoot in the Vatican,
of course.
but we shot the Sistine Chapel in Cinecittà, which is the big, famous Italian film studios outside Rome. Fellini shot there.
Right, of course.
All the great history of Italian cinema
Yeah, it's a legendary
is
film
in the
studio,
bones of Cinecittà.
That's cool.
And they have a Sistine Chapel already. There is
really?
But we had a great production designer who created for all our Susie Davis, all our locations from composites of places to give an impression of the Vatican.
It was incredible.
You know, it's so funny. I described the film as a thriller, and when you hear it, having not seen the movie, you almost can't imagine that a movie about the selection of a pope is a thriller.
Yeah.
But talk to me about why you think that resonates as a thriller.
Well, it's who's going to get the gig and who's going to win. I mean,
Yes.
it can apply to any setup, I think.
Yeah.
I think people are kind of curious because it's cardinals.
Yes.
It's men of God
Yes.
who are competing for the top job.
Yeah.
And of course, they all are meant to be humble men of the cloth, but it's a political situation.
And it's also people locked in a room, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people, they're not allowed access to the outside
they're not.
world.
They're sequestered. They have no contact with the outside world. And but it is real. I mean, there will be, I'm sure, in our lifetimes, another conclave.
It's much like our costume
Well, it's also
contest.
interesting. I've covered several of them, and from the outside, and so to see it inside like this was just great.
By the way, you know, you are such a Lothario on screen. Do you have a favorite love scene in your entire oeuvre that has been that you think resonates the best, or that was the most fun to shoot?
There was a love scene in The English Patient with Kristen, but it wasn't about sex. It was about the intimacy of 2 people, and I don't know, the atmosphere that I remember we created in that felt very genuine.
Such a good movie.
By the way, you are playing Odysseus in The Return right now, and you are naked as a jaybird.
Very briefly, you blink,
Very briefly.
blink and you miss it.
Well, I paused. But you look damn good, dude.
Okay,
You look
thank you.
really good. Anyway, just shout out to that. Shout out to that. That was a big reunion for you.
It was with Juliette Binoche, who's one of she's a great friend. She's an extraordinary artist and a great woman, and our connection after so many years playing Odysseus, Penelope, felt extraordinary. I think she's just a genius actor.
How do you prepare for something like playing Odysseus? I mean,
Well, it's scary because there's all this baggage.
Yes.
It's like playing. Well, I was going to say it's like playing Hamlet, but it's bigger than that even. It's mythic.
Yeah, of course.
And it's impossible. But I think our director, Alberto Pasolini, had this very strong, reduced, quite stark approach. No gods, no special effects, very, very minimal. And it was the minimalism of his approach that I really liked.
You you're such a great orator, you're such a great actor. On Watch What Happens Live earlier this year,
God,
I convinced you to perform a monologue from the
You're always convincing me.
Yes,
to do
I am.
Monologues.
You did a monologue from the Housewives of Salt Lake City. It was so brilliant. I'm wondering if you could perform for us one of the biggest, I think, internet moments from this year. And it's the very demure, very mindful Jules LeBron moment. And I showed you the video yesterday.
Yeah.
Can you perform this for us, Ray?
I can try giving my version of it.
That would be wonderful.
You'd never seen it before until
No,
yesterday.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Even Anderson had seen
I had seen
which
it.
is
Close Mike Francis.
amazing.
Well, look, this is how I do my makeup for work. Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm mindful at work. See how I look? Very presentable. The way I came to the interview is the way I go to the job. A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson, looking like you're going to look like Patty and Selma. Not demure. Not demure. But I am very modest. See my shirt. Only a little chichi out. Not my chocho. Be mindful of why they hired you. Here's a reality check, diva. What's the name you want me to make it out to?
Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Fiennes, multiple Oscar nominees, up for a Golden Globe for Conclave. Did you like that, Anderson?
I like that very much.
Thank you for performing that for us. That was one of kind of the biggest monologues of the year.
I didn't know.
I know, I promise.
That was amazing.
You're incredible. Everyone go see Conclave. Do yourself a favor. Rafe, congratulations on the Golden Globe.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything.
Thanks, man.
Come by for a spot of tea
Happy
tomorrow,
New Year.
all right?
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Great.
Love you,
That was
buddy.
incredible. Thank you
We're
so much.
going to be back in a moment with the incredible Sashir Zamata. But
And
first,
don't show any chocho.
No more chocho.
No chocho.
no chocho. We're not Patty and Selma.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Bye, Ray.
God bless.
All
Bye.
right.